Your reasons for listening to the show, well, those are your own. But just keep in mind that the views, information, or opinions expressed on the Tuddle Daily Podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of our sponsors. Yeah, it's called free speech, people. Nobody's forcing you to listen.
Get ready for your daily dose of Tuddle.
The all-time greatest intern/producer we've ever had, of course, Tuddle. Tuddle in Florida.
From the Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuddle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Hope you guys are enjoying your day so far. Make sure you go to my website, Tuddle.net. That's Tuddle with two D's, Tuddle.net. When you go there, you're going to be able to find every single place you'll be able to get a hold of me online, like my social media. Sorry, I just got done eating breakfast and I just burped, and I did not mean to do that. But you can find any of my social media. You can also find out how you'd like to donate to the cause, the PayPal, the Cash App. All that good stuff can be found at Tuddle.net. Now, I've been playing a lot of news audio as of late. I love that. I love being able to break down the stories, break down what's going on with the reporters. Are they giving us all the details that we need? But some of my favorite audio is stuff that is not news audio. It's like real stuff. But also at the same time, you got to realize everybody's wanting to be famous. Everybody's wanting to be TikTok famous. Everybody's wanting to be Instagram famous, Twitter famous, Facebook famous. So, I mean, this could all just be set up. But I got to tell you, if it is set up, man, the guy is one hell of an actor. He needs to come up with a demo reel and send it to somebody, because this guy deserves an Oscar if this is not real at all.
Because it dead just got me tight, because now that I just said that to Jerry, now I'm fucking thinking about it, bro.
So let me set this up. This African-American gentleman, never really get to see what he looks like, but from just the way he handles himself, he sounds like one of the dudes that you just would not want to mess with. He is riding in an Uber by himself. He's on the phone with his buddy, I guess Jerry, that's what it sounded like he was saying. And the Uber driver has been on the phone the whole entire time, speaking to somebody else on the phone in another language. Now, I don't know, like, I've never particularly, rode along in an Uber by myself. I've been with other people and stuff like that. But I've also seen videos of where, like, the woman behind the seat will be right directly behind the Uber driver, already got the pistol out in case something happens. But I guess a lot of people are getting kidnapped, or they're getting taken to other places where there's other people waiting, and they basically rob and steal from you. So that is exactly what's going on here, because this guy finally realizes that he's not going anywhere in the direction of his crib.
Our whole ride, this nigga was on the phone talking in his language, and then you taking me away from my crib. But it's a good thing I pay attention, bro. I'm not talking to you, bro.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, paint with a broad brush, but almost sounds Middle Eastern-like. I don't know. Maybe there is a Taliban cell operating here as Uber drivers. A lot of these terrorists, they always drive around in those Toyota trucks. Don't even get me started on Afghanistan right now. I read a story somewhere of where we left like 63 Black Hawk choppers available. Now, the Army's all saying, well, they don't know how to maintain them, so it's not like they're going to be able to have them forever. But I'm talking about all the guns and stuff. But maybe this is how they're gaining money here. This is how they are funding their next 9/11, by robbing African Americans and Uber drivers, posing as Uber drivers. I mean, it's kind of brilliant. It's a slow burn of a play, but, I mean, hey, I think that the last thing you want to do as a adversary of the United States is actually unite white and black people. Because could you imagine how great of a country we would be? Like, if we all just got along. I don't mean to, quote Rodney King. Why can't we all just get along? Could you imagine how much shit we could get done here in the United States if we did just all get along with each other? Yeah, The last thing you want to do is get black, white, Spanish, all on the same side, all determined for one goal. Oh, yes, the whole world would be in trouble. Look out, China.
Just drive. I'm not talking to you. Just drive. Just drive. I'm dead not even talking to you. Because I noticed the shit, bro. The whole ride from downtown, the nigga was talking in his fucking language. And that's the same shit this nigga GT said.
Oh, man, thank God for GT. Thank God for that in GT. Because GT probably just saved this guy's life. Who knows?
You talking in your language the whole time. And it's a good thing I'm looking around and paying attention. I'm like, bro, where the fuck are we going? Like, why are we under here? Why are we over here? Why are we here? And as soon as I make this nigga go towards my crib and I start spazzing and I start making him go towards my crib, he hangs up the phone. Now he's not talking no more in his language.
Because he knows he's got. You got. He's gotten got. He knows it. And what if they weren't? What if these Muslim people, I don't even know if it is Muslim, or what if it's just Middle Eastern, because Muslim is a religion, Middle Eastern people, what if their whole thing is not to rob you, but to just like enslave big black African American gentlemen to be sex slaves? What if that is exactly what they are into? Having butt sex with very muscular, very lean type black men, and that's what they wanted to do, man. I don't know. I think I would rather give up my chain, give up my phone, give up my damn wallet and all that good stuff instead of being sent into the big black African American sex trade, because, you know, there is a fetish for everything out there. And I could only imagine how bad it would be and how demasculine it would be if you were one of those guys.
Now he's not doing that no more.
Not trying to be a dick, but he's not doing that no more means he actually is doing it. So that's a prime example of what you would like to call a double negative.
No more conversation. The whole time I was on the phone telling this nigga Jerry about the situation, he was on the phone. The whole highway ride, this nigga was on the phone. And now that I started paying attention to where the fuck I'm going, because I'm sitting here realizing I'm in this car too fucking long, and I'm realizing that I'm going away from my fucking house.
Now, Uber drivers, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, this guy might not have been kidnapping you. We all know that Uber drivers are notorious for taking the longest way that they can. I know, like, I don't know. I think maybe as an Uber person, you can be, like, watching on your phone to see what direction they take. And I think they actually, doesn't Uber driver have to listen to your directions when he's driving? Because they really, really could take the long way around or take the way that they know that there's going to be the most traffic just so they could hit you up probably on a high rate night or something. So, I mean, this guy could have it completely sideways, and this could not be a robbery or a kidnapping. It could just be a greedy-ass Uber driver trying to trick you out of money. Well, technically it is a robbery.
This nigga hangs up the phone. You gotta really watch these fucking Uber drivers, bro. You gotta really watch these fucking Uber drivers, bro. Because that's the same shit my bro said, bro. The nigga talked in his language, and then he took him somewhere weird, and that's the same thing this nigga was doing, driving me under a fucking highway. Like, why is we still under the highway? Why is we under this dark-ass highway, bro?
Because underneath that dark-ass highway is a sleeper cell waiting to take everything you have, even your anal virginity. Taking that chain, taking that watch, taking that iPhone 12 Pro. See, I mean, also, I don't understand. If you've been got, get the camera from this guy and just take everything and just say, screw it. Get rid of your Uber thing. But no, they're wanting to take everything. Watch, phone, earrings, every single thing, even your butt virginity.
Like, why the fuck is we driving under this dark-ass highway, and then I live in the 170s, you're taking me towards the 150s. I don't live that fucking way, bro. And then as soon as I start spazzing on the nigga, telling him, we not gonna make it to wherever you trying to bring me, because you're gonna be fucking dead. We not gonna make it to your bros, bro.
What if this Uber driver would have just had a gun? Like, seriously. I know, I know probably up in New York you're not allowed to, but this guy could have easily had a gun and just been like, yo, fuck you, man. La, 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 boom, 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 and just blew the fuck out of this guy. Not sexually, but with the gun, and just took care of him. And he could have just been like, man, I was afraid for my life. See, I'm horrible at accents and stuff, but he was afraid for his life, and he was just protecting himself. Because like I said, what if this guy was just, I'm not saying what the driver was doing right. I'd be mad as well. But I mean, unless you're the guy that has the gun and you don't know what the hell the Uber driver has. I mean, you do have the high ground because he has to look forward to drive and you are behind him. So you kind of got one. So maybe the guy already had a knife pulled. Who knows?
The Bronx is the wrong place to try to grab people because niggas is going to body you.
So I'm sure a lot of my audience, supporters of the Tuddle Daily Podcast, have had bad experiences when it comes to Uber drivers, taxi cab drivers, whatever it may be. I would love to hear from you. Like I said, I always love interaction. You guys, there's two ways you can do that. You can email me, tuddle@gmail.com, or you can leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044. When I come back, I got a guy that speaks at one of these city council meetings. And yeah, you know what? Back to talking about being TikTok famous and all that good stuff. I really, really do think that this is just a guy that's trying to make a name for himself. Howard Stern had that like real stoner, like surfer guy. That's all he does. He goes around from city council place to city council place to speak. And he just does it for the hits, for his YouTube channel, or whatever it may be. I got that audio coming up right after the break. You are listening to the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
Great news, folks. You now have the chance to see the face in front of that sexy voice. Right you are, sir. The Tuddle Daily Podcast streams Monday to Friday on YouTube. Anything can happen at the Hobo Fish Camp. Okay, sir. That's enough. Okay, so go to youtube.com/Tuddle. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you're notified anytime Tuddle goes live. Good job, sir.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a home in Volusia, Brevard, or Flagler counties, you need to reach out to Ian Hanna at ianhannahomes.com. On his site, you can learn more about Ian's use of premium photography and aggressive marketing to sell your home quickly and painlessly. So if you're a first-time buyer and not sure where to start, connect with Ian at ianhannahomes.com.
Questions? Comments? Concerns? Compliments? Or do you just want to tell Tuddle to fuck off? In any event, contact Tuddle. Tuddle@gmail.com. It's, Tuddle with 2 Ds, dumbass.
Welcome back to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Make sure you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tuddle. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as hit that bell button, because when you hit that bell button, it's going to alert you to any time I go live or put up any brand new content. I'm actually thinking about doing a live stream tonight, most likely around 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you get a chance, make sure you check it out. So before the break, I was telling you about this guy. He is an anti-vaxxer. He's anti-vaccination. And I was for a little while. I was like, nah, I'm not going to get it. But then I did. I got both of my shots. I'm feeling just fine. Who knows? Maybe if I ever do have kids in the future, they may come out with like a horn on front of their head. And a lot of people would look at that as a birth defect. I'd be like, hell no, ka-ching. Because I'm taking that baby and it is going straight to Barnum and Bailey, or I'm taking him to the freak show town. And I'm either going to sell the horned baby, the unicorn baby that I had from the COVID vaccination, or we're going out on the road. Hell, you know what? I could set up like a little tent on a street corner. And, well, I know a lot of people would be like, oh, what are they doing with the baby? No, nothing sexual or anything like that. It's just, pay $1 to come see the unicorn baby from my COVID vaccination. So either way, I think of it as a bonus. I get covered. I know it's not 100% covered, but at least I'm not going to go to the hospital and die. But what I'm trying to say, if it does cause retarded babies, I know I should not use the R word. Okay, A unicorn baby, scratch that. Please forget that I said that. But unicorn baby still equals money. Anyways, back to the anti-vaxxer guy. I am already telling you up front, this whole speech was rehearsed. This guy just didn't get up there and do this. Would like to know, it probably took him a couple of months to be able to memorize all this stuff. And the guy is just being way over dramatic. What happened to the good old days? Remember that guy? I forget what politician he was going up against. Might have been Jeb Bush. Might have been one of the Bushes. I don't know. But that famous guy that was making a scene at one of these city council meetings, and he yells to the security guard, "Don't tase me, bro." I know everybody's heard that. I got to see if I can dig up that piece of audio, but it's such a classic viral video. Fuck, I remember first started working out at Real Radio. Not working out like I'm pumping iron or anything, but what I'm saying, working at Real Radio, I remember that clip. Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me.
That's the wind. That's the wind of time.
Jesus Christ, dude. Listen, you've already lost me. Don't try to get up there. You're no Michael Winslow. You're none of these other beatbox guys that can make all these weird-ass noises. That doesn't even sound like wind. It just sounds like you're whistling. And this dude is some fat, chubby guy, dreadlocks, full-ass beard. And I don't want to offend anybody that kind of looks like that, but this guy looks like one of the last people that wants to get COVID because he's overweight. He's, in my mind, just by looking at him, he's obese. So what I'm trying to say is that this guy just wants the attention, and I just wish that somebody would have fish hooked him. And by fish hooked him, I mean the flying taser gun, not those little pussy-ass handheld ones that people hold. You know, I've never understood why women carry those little handheld ones, because it's not going to keep you from a rapist. Matter of fact, it's just going to make him mad and want to rape you more. Yes, you either need a gun, a knife, or one of those flying fish hook ones to get out of the raping, because that's just going to piss the raper off. And sometimes, if I'm just being honest, the raper kind of gets off on the little tickle from those little handheld stun guns.
That's the wind of history. That's the wind blowing through your ancestors' bones, begging you to do the right thing.
Sir, can you please state your
That
name
is
for the audio record?
that
Sir?
Matt Baker is calling upon.
All right, you could tell that this guy is not a broadcaster because he's eating the microphone. He's like, that's exactly how it sounds. You're eating the mic, dude, just like you're eating all those cheeseburgers because you are some fat, obese prick.
From Ocean Beach. The wind that is blowing through the black people, through the white people, through the Chinese people, through the Mexican Americans, to the people that built this building with...
This sounds like that one guy, you know, the guy that was like, we're gonna go to Kentucky, we're gonna go to North Carolina, we're gonna go to Mississippi, we're gonna go to Florida, we're gonna go to Georgia, and then we're gonna go all the way to the White House, and we're gonna take back the government. Yeah! It really pisses me off that I cannot remember that guy's name for the life of me, and I'm not gonna stop the broadcast to look it up, but that's exactly what it sounds like. And once again, this guy is completely over-modulating the whole entire time. Like, you're not even getting your message across because it's just, you're just a...
Their bare hands to raise up this nation. They are begging you, and they are blowing through your veins, and they should be putting a tingle up the spine of your back.
Buddy, the only thing your back is telling you is to lose some weight because your boobs are jiggling while you're getting all worked up. You know, a lot of women get breast reductions just, because they get back problems from carrying around all that extra weight. So what I'm trying to say, buddy, that's the only thing your back is saying to you.
And they should be begging you to do the right thing. You're about to open a pit of hell. You do not get a vaccine passport put on us.
Now, are you talking about literal hell? Like, you know, like what religion believes in? Because I don't believe in any religion, so your hell metaphor means absolutely nothing for me. Because guess what? When I'm dead, there's nothing. It is just a big, big nothing. Do I remember before I was born? Hell no, I don't. Am I going to remember after I'm dead? No. So take your hell metaphor and shove it up your ass, buddy.
You know, as the population who's in control, you know that the people or the politicians, once you get a power, you will never relinquish it. Do you think that...
Why does this, this almost just is like a very, very, very bad wrestling promo. What this guy is doing is just cutting a over-rehearsed, overacted, oversold promo. The guy's trying to cut a promo, and it just, if I was a councilman, I just would be laughing my ass off the whole entire time. And I know that this guy looks like a stoner, but, look, this is all rehearsed. You can tell how his inflection is, how he is talking. He is rhythmically talking to you, even though it's over-modulated. This is how I'm talking to you. This is exactly what this guy is doing. This has all been rehearsed. This guy just wants to be famous. And you know what? Maybe I'm guilty of it. Maybe I'm guilty of showing this guy any attention at all. But I'm trying to pull back the curtain for you people. I really am just trying to pull it back because everything is fake. Nobody cares. Nobody cares anymore. We all stopped caring. It's all about every man for himself, and this guy really doesn't give a fuck if you get vaccinated or not get vaccinated. I'm just saying.
The 4 feet of marble that holds you above high in this chamber will help you from the fate of humanity, which you are unleashing.
I bet the guy got the actual, inspiration to use the word marble after sitting at a steakhouse getting ready to sit down and all you could eat like the old 96er that John Candy ate in the movie The Great Outdoors. The only reason he thought about marble was the marbling that was on the steak that he was about to eat.
No! It won't! Your children and your children's children will be subjugated!
See, I forget that I've been living in Tampa for the past 10 years, and I'm just getting back over here. And I have picked up a lot of the wrestling vernacular. Like, I used the word gimmick the other day on, a Facebook post, and nobody understood what I was talking about by gimmick. So I had to explain. Now, earlier I said that this guy just sounded like a poorly just scripted, overacted promo. And by promo, I mean wrestling. And the only reason I even know about this promo I'm about to play from you is from my time working on Bubba the Love Sponge. Bubba thought this was one of the best, promos that Macho Man did. And, how much drugs or whatever, whoever came up with this. Did Macho Man come up with this? And this is a promo where he keeps talking about him being the cream of the crop. And a lot of people like Bubba thinks that he probably just was getting a cup of coffee or something, probably on top of the massive amounts of cocaine or whatever. And Bubba didn't say that. But I'm just saying he was like, oh, creamer. Oh, creamer. I don't know why Macho sounds like a caveman. Anyways, here's the promo that I'm talking about, just to compare it to this guy talking at this city council meeting.
WrestleMania 3 at the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. It's a day that I'm certain my guests at this time will not forget.
By the way, this is Mean Gene, the late Mean Gene Okerson. I think he is passed away. Not absolutely sure, but yeah, this will give you a little bit of a time frame of when this promo was done. It might have been after WrestleMania 3.
I'm talking about the former Intercontinental Champion of the world, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Nothing means nothing.
Nothing means nothing. Man. Nothing means nothing. What do you mean by that?
More, I'm talking about all the way to the top, yeah. Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in. But the cream rise to the top.
Now, just to let you know, because you can't see this, for some reason, and I don't even know where he gets all these creamers from. I don't know if there's somebody like off camera handing them to him. I don't know, but like he is now holding one of those little single serving things of creamer that you put in your coffee just to represent the cream to the top. And man, oh man, if there was an audio version of what cocaine or coke sounds like, this is exactly what it would be.
Oh, yeah. Macho Madness, yeah, has got more to offer than President Jack Tunney thinks that I got. Yeah, and I'm going to tell you something right now. Cards stacked against the Macho Man Randy Savage in WrestleMania 3. Yeah, let me say it, yeah. Let me say it out loud. And let me point to the president of the World Wrestling Federation.
So do you guys get what I mean now when I say scripted? Because, I mean, this there is no difference between this and the guy speaking at the city council meeting. Just saying. I'm throwing it out there. That's why I compared this to one of the best wrestling promos. But the guy's just so horrible. Because this promo by Macho Man is so bad, it is so fucking good.
Macho Man Randy Savage is not happy with your decision, yeah. I am the cream in the World Wrestling Federation.
Wait a minute,
and there is...
By the way, Macho Man just produced another creamer mysteriously out of his hand. Now, I got to tell you, like I said, it could be somebody off camera that's handing it to him. But if not, the guy is probably one of the best sleight of hands, quick change artists, whatever you want to call it. And the guy shouldn't have been a wrestler. He should have been a goddamn magician.
No doubt about it, yeah. You mean Gene Okerlund. You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
Oh, wait a minute, though, Randy. I've got to ask you very seriously. Do you blame Mr. Jack Tunney, the distinguished president of the World Wrestling Federation?
I mean, that right there alone should kind of date it for you. Because, I mean, I know when I was in high school, Vince McMahon was the president of WWF at the time, but now it's WWE. So, yeah, Vince McMahon's been in control that long, so that should kind of date when this promo was done.
For Ricky Steamboat being the Intercontinental Champion today?
Yeah, I do, yeah. Outside interference, yeah. In my moment of glory. Yeah, no, I'm living in a nightmare, and I am the cream. And now...
By the way, he pulled out another creamer. Like, where is Randy Savage, Macho Man Randy Savage, getting all these creamers from? That's why he said... He's either a great sleight of hand magician or somebody is handing it off to him off camera.
Not only the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship belt must fall, but the World Heavyweight Championship belt. Because Hulk Hogan, yeah, I am the cream, yeah. The cream of the crop. And there is no one that does it better than the Macho Man Randy Savage. On balance, off balance, doesn't matter. I'm better than you are, yeah.
I will be asked, how many vaccines have you had? Have you been a good little Nazi? Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci! Hail Fauci!
So, what one of his friends said, hey, you know what would make this speech better? Is if you compare Dr. Anthony Fauci to a Nazi. Like, seriously, I mean, it was like, oh, man, you know, that guy, your speech, it's excellent. But do you want to know what will bring it to the top? Hail Fauci. Hail Fauci. Hail Fauci.
There's been a lot of talk about the Nuremberg Code. Well, I brought you a copy. You are all in violation of Section 1. Yes, you, Dr. Wooten.
When has America ever cared about international law? We're like, you know what? We pay for pretty much everything. We could tell you to just shove your international law sideways and stick it right up your ass, you know, kind of tying it into a wrestling promo because that's what The Rock would say all the time. Could have been Stone Cold. Hell, I don't even know. I haven't watched wrestling in so long. But yeah, this guy, I'm pretty sure, really never knew about this Luxembourg treaty or whatever it's called. That's international law. But do you think America has ever given a fuck about international law? Hell no. Hell the fuck no.
You are in violation of the Nuremberg Code, which is international law. And
you know what? Screw don't tase me, bro. Can somebody just, like, can they pull a gun out and just basically, you know, that famous photo, I think in Laos or whatever, where that general just walks right up to some dude, sticks the gun right in the side of his temple, and blows his brain out? Because the photographer, whoever took that, I think won like a Pulitzer. I don't know why you would get a Pulitzer for catching the right angle as the brain matter flew out of the side of the guy's head. Everybody knows the picture that I'm talking about. Why could that not happen to this guy?
The definition is...
Thank you, sir. Your time has expired.
The definition, we shall not be coerced. All of this is coercion. The vaccine passport is coercion. And the penalty for violating the Nuremberg Code is...
violating the orientation of the meeting. Please take a seat. Please take a seat.
Look, I'll admit that I'm guilty of it. I really, really am guilty of it. So, you know, I played this audio, so I pretty much gave the guy all the attention that he was looking forward to. So, you know what? They got me. But I also, like I said, I wanted to pull the curtain back. I wanted you guys to be able to just hear how dumb some of the Americans are right now. I mean, it's your right. It is your right not to get vaccinated. But, you know, like, I don't know how I feel. Like I said, it's this guy's right. Do I really, really believe that he cares this much about the getting vaccinated? No, I really don't. I really don't think he gives a fuck. He's just, I would love to go look up and find out what type of YouTube numbers he has now, what type of Twitter numbers, what type of Facebook or Instagram, because this guy, all he wanted to do was get famous on social media, famous online, and that is the goddamn truth. Gonna take a quick break. Be back in a few minutes. You are listening to the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
Wish you could have just flown and had your vehicle arrive a day or two later so you can enjoy more time doing what's important to you? Well, you can. Just give Starfire Transport a call. Let the professionals do the driving while you're flying. Starfire Transport specializes in RV and auto transport. They'll also haul watercraft from boats to PWCs, cargo trailers, and more. Service available throughout the continental United States. So don't wait. Call Brian today at 574-349-4193 or 989-751-6106 for your next move. 10% off for veterans past or present. Also, make sure to tell them Tuddle sent you for an additional discount. That's Starfire Transport. Want to support the show? Go to paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio.
Welcome back to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Make sure if you guys would like to donate to the cause, you can easily do that. You can go to my PayPal account, paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. That's paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. Or if you got the Cash app, you can easily just search Tuddle on the radio. Got my usual profile pic. It has my bio, all that good stuff on it. So make sure if you would like to donate. But if you can't, I know everybody's going through a hard time right now with all the people being furloughed or people, you know, with the pandemic, you know, kind of kicking out a little bit. Yeah, I know I've been using a lot of wrestling lingo, but it is kind of a little bit wrestling themed. So, like, I know people are trying to kick out, and if you can't kick out, make sure you can tell your friends, family, loved ones about the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Help spread the word. You tell one person, they tell two, and those two tell four, and those four tell eight. Those 8 tell 16, 16 tell 32, then 64, and then that's where I keep doubling. I lose my track of mind. But what I'm trying to say is just tell as many people as you can about the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Now, I was debating on posting this picture because I've already been shadow banned a couple of times on social media, but I don't know if you guys have seen the picture that's going around that's supposedly of Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. You know, I just got done talking about Fez. Fez Whatley from the Ron and Fez show just recently passed away. And one of the greatest characters he would do would be the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. I mean, he was over the top. Woo! It was like, woo! And everybody remembers that one that he did for Russ and Bo, the Monsters in the Morning. But TMZ ended up catching up with Ric Flair. In this picture, just search Ric Flair giving oral on a train. Just Google Ric Flair giving or oral sex pic or going down on a girl on a train. But TMZ ended up catching up with Ric Flair. Ric Flair says he is not a train riding, oral sex giving son of a gun, telling TMZ Sports the viral video or viral photo making the rounds has to be some other guy because it ain't him. Here's how we got here. A pic began trending on Twitter on Wednesday, which appears to show a man with a light, slick-backed hair pleasuring a woman. That was in the TMZ thing, clears throat. People were quick to say that the guy in the photo was this 72-year-old Flair with the jokes coming in left and right. Well, we made some phone calls, and Rick himself tells us the guy in the pic is not him. And for what it's worth, he hasn't been on a train in a while. We wanted to show the photo, but Harvey Weinstein, I think. Not Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein is the movie guy, but Harvey is the one from TMZ. They wouldn't let him show the picture. Now, there's a couple of things that are going on here, okay? Now, I think Ric Flair is married. Now, unless we can prove that that is his wife in the picture, because I got to tell you, from the back of the head, just comparing the male pattern baldness to Ric Flair's hair, I mean, it is pretty goddamn close. Plus, I've also seen pictures of the same shirt that the guy is wearing, but that also kind of like blows the whole like theory out of the water because Ric Flair has an image to uphold, and I've never seen Ric Flair wear the same thing more than once. But what I'm trying to say is, if Ric Flair wasn't married, and this was just a random chick that the Nature Boy was giving head to, the one that he was going down on and eating her out, yeah, I mean, Ric Flair would be bragging all about it. So what I'm trying to say is, unless that we can prove that this was his chick, this was his wife that he was going down on, then of course, he's not going to admit that it is him. But if we can prove that it was his wife, he'd be like, hell yeah, that's how I roll, bitches. I go down on my wife in a train. I don't care if the windows are up where people can take photos or not. I'm just showing how much of a nature boy I am by going down. Do you think, like, if the Nature Boy is going down on his chick, he does do the woo? You know, because they always say, you know, like when you're giving oral to a woman, you're supposed to do the ABCs. There's across. That's an A. That's B. That's C. D. That's D. E. That's E. F. Yeah, that's F. So what I'm trying to say is, could you imagine if the Nature Boy is going down on you and he's just going, woo, woo, while working the tongue? Oh my God. I could imagine where women would be like, hell yeah, Ric Flair, I don't mind if we're going to get caught that you go down on me. But the reason he's not admitting it is probably because this was not his wife. Because I think his daughter or his son just committed to the University of Florida. And me being a big Gators fan, I would know because I think his wife was there with him. So that's why I think that he is married. So what I'm trying to say is, yeah. Ric Flair was giving oral to a chick. It wasn't his wife. So, of course, he's going to say, oh, no. Yeah, that's not me. And if a lawyer like Harvey, I forget his last name, Harvey, you know, the guy that did the People's Court, he also does TMZ, all that good stuff. I also find it laughable that TMZ Sports is the little section that is covering fake wrestling news. But if I was a Nature Boy, you know what? I would just go for it. Just go for it. Say, you know what? Yeah, hell yeah. I'm a jet flying, limousine riding, $1,000 suit wearing, oral giving dude on a train, not giving it to a dude, but a dude that gives it to a woman on a train type person. Woo! And that's how it is, because I'm the nature boy, Ric Flair. Giving a flare chop to that poontang. God, I feel like such a 90s shot jock. Anyways, I know today's show is short. Got a lot of shit going on. Got to take my mom to doctor's appointments. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you stay safe, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
And that's the show for today. Thanks for listening to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Hey, don't be a dickhead. Do us a favor. Like, share, and subscribe to the show. Also, check out the Tuddle category at 315live.com. The Tuddle Daily Podcast is brought to you by Starfire Transport, StitchYouUp.com, and PocketPairClub.com. Special thanks to show producer Vulture and co-host Sirach. Show voiceover service is brought to you by JCVoiceover.com and The Little Cheese Show. Download and subscribe to The Little Cheese Show everywhere podcasts are found. If you want to help support the show, go to paypal.me/TuddleOnTheRadio. You have something you want to say? Tuddle@gmail.com or leave a voicemail at 407-270-3044. To follow all Tuddle social media, go to Tuddle.net. That's Tuddle with 2Ds.net. Thanks again for all your support, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
I get ignorant in normal situations.
What you mean?
What the fuck you mean?
What are you talking about?
Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about?
Oh, shit.